Hello all, welcome to SMA channel. So in this video we are going to see about what is mean by lambda function. Lambda functions are called as anonymous function. So why it is called as anonymous functions means it does not require a name. So like in the previous classes we saw what is a function, and after defining we have to give any name for a function. But that's not required for lambda functions. So let's see the syntax on how to write a lambda function. The first thing you need to write is lambda and then arguments, any argument like x, y, z, and then you have to write expression. Suppose I'm giving an argument x here, and then expression means any calculation like thing. It's like x plus 2 I can give. So within a single line, you're able to write a function in Python. So that way lambda is very useful. So lambda functions can take any number of arguments but can only have one expression. So the expression is one here, but you can give any arguments like a to z you can give, but the expression must be one. So this is the overall syntax for lambda. So let's see how to use it. The first thing you need to do is you have to define a variable called x, and which stores the function. Lambda is a function. So x stores the lambda function and it is the functional object. X is the functional object. So this is the syntax lambda. You can check like written statement and print statement will be given in the green color. So you can check whether it is right or not. So in the next step, you have to write any expression. So here, after writing lambda, you have to write the argument. According to this, I'm writing here. So why is the argument here? You can give like A, B, C, anything. So next, semicolon, you have to give, this is the syntax. After that, any expression, y plus 2, y plus 10, y into any other variable like that you can give. So how to give the value of y variable and how to print the value of this expression. So for that, in the next line I'm writing a print statement that prints the lambda function. So x is the functional object which has lambda stored in it. So I'm just calling this, and inside the bracket I'm giving the value 6. As you all know, 6 will go to the value y. 6 will go to the variable y. So in that way, if 6 goes here, 6 plus 2 is 8. We'll get the value 8. See? Just a minute. Yes, let's run this one more time. And if you see, we get the answer in just 2 lines of code. So why it is preferred than the last function which we saw? So this is the last function. This is the basic function in Python. This is how we write, and this is the syntax. The first thing is you have to define a name called as add or any name, and then you have to give the argument and then expression here. Then you have to call the function. So why lambda is anonymous function is we don't need to give any name like this add, subtract, anything. So lambda functions does not require any lambda is enough for that. So that way it is called as anonymous function, and it can take n number of arguments with only one expression. So the ultimate goal of any programmer is to reduce the lines of code. Let me run this also. So I'm giving the same value for y so that we get the same output. So what I'm saying is the ultimate goal of any programmer is to reduce the lines of code, right? So people will be afraid if they see a lot of lines. So there's a trick like you can also reduce it to a single line. So that's why lambda is preferred in many cases. If you go for any advanced Python, so lambda will be preferred than this normal function. So let's see how to write it in a single code. If you understand this cell, then a single line code will be very much easy for you. So just remember this, I have given x variable. So without x variable, how we can write? So this is within this one line, we can cut and paste it here. So let me cut this lambda function until L, and then instead of, so the value of x is this function. So instead of x writing here, I'm just writing the whole function here. And one more thing you have to add is the brackets. Like in mathematics, brackets are really very important. So you can give the first bracket is for this function, and next to it you have to give the value. So 6 will be given to y, and then you'll get the output as 8. So this is the syntax for a single line code of lambda function. So let's run this. Yeah, you also got 8 here. So this is what we have seen now. I have explained it before itself. So let me run this. Yeah, you can see the 8. So the difference is, in normal function you have to write 3 lines of code. In lambda you can write it in a single line. And as I told before, you can write n, or you can give n number of arguments for lambda function, and only one expression. So if you write comma and then give w plus y, it won't work. Let's see it. See, I've given one expression here, and then I'm after comma I'm giving another expression w plus y. So w, q are all the arguments, and then the value is given here 1 2 3. 1 will go to w, q will go to 2, and then 3 will go to r. So this way, let's check whether it takes two expressions or not. You can give shift enter, and you can run this one. So let's see, we have a error here. So what is it? W is not defined. So let's erase this, and let's give it as a single expression. So if you see in the output, we have 5. 1 plus 2 plus 3, that is 6 minus 1 is 5. So this way you have to give n number of arguments, but only one expression is allowed. So one more thing very important is, the power of lambda is better shown when you use them as anonymous function inside another function. So this is the normal function we know, and you can also use lambda inside another function like nested. So I'm defining my function, and then I'm giving a variable n, and then I'm returning this lambda function. As we all know, d is the variable, and I'm multiplying d into n. So n will come from here, d is given here. So the next thing you need to do is, you have to write a functional object which stores this function. So I'm just calling it using an object. Result is equal to my of 10. So that 10 will go to, this 10 value will go to n. So finally, what about d value? So let us give that. As you don't have any print statement, you can't see the multiplication of d into n. So that I'm writing a print here. After that, I'm calling this result, this object, as this is a functional object because it stores my function. And I'm then calling using another value, and this value will be given to d. So that's how this works. So let me give 1 or 100 and then 200. Let us check. You can give a keyboard shortcut of shift enter, or else you can press the run button which is below this cell. So let's run. Yeah, you got 20,200 into 100. So this way lambda function is working, and it will be very useful in the future for you to reduce the lines of code. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, share and subscribe SME channel. Thank you.